What is up, YouTube? So I have some really exciting news. I've just picked up my first sponsor for my rig. Kustom Interiors, which is based out of Bergen County, New Jersey, local to me, reached out and said, hey, how would you like to try out some of our interior covers for the 3rd generation Tacoma? And obviously I was really excited and I said, yeah, absolutely. They make interior covers for all sorts of cars and trucks, not just the Tacoma. I know they make them for Corvettes, for Chargers, Camaros. They make them for Rams. So even if you don't have a Tacoma, we can still kind of get an idea of the stuff that they make here. So this just showed up and we're going to unbox this. We're going to see what all comes in here. And then we're going to throw it on the truck and look at the installation process. And then maybe get some glamour shots and stuff like that. I opted for the red and black options because that's a color that we're going to see now in the 4th gen Tacoma. That red interior package that you can get with the new TRD Pro. So it's kind of cool to be able to upgrade what is now an older generation of Tacoma with something that's going to look a little more modern. So there's one of our seats out of the plastic here. And my first impression is this feels really, really nice. And if you can, I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but there is kind of that breathability mesh in here. And the red and black contrast looks really, really cool. I love this. I think this is going to look awesome in the truck. So I found one of the driver's seats here, or one of the front seats, I guess. And it looks like it just uses this little hook system here, where you have these plastic tabs on the bottom, and then some sort of hook here that'll clamp around the seat itself. Pretty nice. And there is the cushion that you will sit on. Speaking of cushion, this is one of the other reasons that I was actually really excited to get these from Kustom Interiors. I do feel like the stock Tacoma seats are a little hard to sit on, especially on long drives. So this gives you a little extra padding, which is always nice for your tush when you're driving, over a couple hours. This just feels like great quality material here. So very quickly, let's look at the seat bottom covers for the front part of the Tacoma. So the driver's seat and the passenger's seat. And I'll show you exactly how to tell the difference between the two. So if you take a look here, you'll see one side is kind of flat like that. Another side has this little notch cut out of it. So that notch is for your lumbar support. So this should be on the outside of your truck, closest to your door. I actually realized that my passenger side doesn't have the lumbar support option, but this is still going to go here. Let's take a look at this one. This will then be our driver's side because the lumbar support adjustment is right here, and that should go facing the outside of your truck or the door. Okay, so first thing, like I said, we're going to take this and line up that little thing with our lumbar adjustment down here. In order to help yourself do this, what I would do is actually take your entire seat and move it up. That way it gives you some access from the back. We'll feed these clips right under the seat, and then I'm going to come around here, pull these hooks under, and then we'll clamp them together. I think a good move here is also to take our seat back and kind of flip it forward. That will allow us to feed those through easier. Alrighty, so your stock seats have some little elastic tabs on the bottom. Oh, there's one. This is what holds this whole seat cover down. And, yep, got it. And there's the other one. Once you pop those free, you can then lift this up and you can get your hand in between that seat cushion there and then feed those little tabs down through, and you can secure the bottom part of this. You can see all three just kind of sticking through there, and that's how they're going to anchor. Okay, then I'm going to take this tab, which is right by your lumbar support, and feed it through underneath of here. And you'll see there's another hook on the other side that it'll attach to. So you can pull that right through from the bottom, and then we're going to feed it underneath, and then there's another clip on the other side where we'll just mate them together, and then this won't go anywhere. It's for the sake of YouTube here, I actually disconnected my seat. You have a 14mm bolt down here at the bottom, over there, and then two in the back, which you can't see. And the reason I did that was just so I could show everybody how this is all going to hook up underneath. So if we look underneath here, you can see that I took that one strap from the front, fed it underneath of your support bar there, underneath of the wires, and then that hook is right there. Do not hook it to any of the wires under your seat. That will mess with your airbag and you will have a bad time. The other one, which we just fed through the side, is going to come right through there, and then I just ran it across. Kind of hard to follow, but you can see it. And then it meets that one, and we just buckle in the middle. And then for that last hook, it's just here again on the support of the seat. Do not hook it on those wires. So that's the bottom, and now we'll just slip that top cover right over. Now, just like we did on the bottom part of the seat portion, flip this up. There are going to be more tabs that you're going to pull through here. There should be 3 for the top, and then you just situate them so that they're not going to pop through there, and that should keep everything secure. Now doing this, this is the first seat that I did. I will say that it's probably essential to actually unbolt it from the car. It's just a little too difficult to fish all this through here on the floor. So yeah, get that 14mm socket out. I used an impact driver just on a low setting and just pulled this right out, and it was pretty easy. And as you're doing this, watch your wires, because you got your seat heater, your airbag, all sorts of stuff in there. Alrighty, then we'll come around to the top here, and then you just kind of push these things around. It's hard to do with one hand, but push them around, and then your headrest mounts will pop up. You can kind of smooth this all out a little bit, maybe give it a good tug to get those creases out of there. Now it's time to put our covers on our headrests. The headrests are universal as far as shape, so all these are pretty much the same. If you look inside here, you can see there's just a little Velcro tab, and that's going to connect, and then we'll just slide it right on top of there. Just pay attention to your orientation. So the sloped forward part is where your head goes. Oh man, look, he's got a hat. So there you have it. And as I was sliding this on, I was just using the existing seam on your original headrest and trying to line it up as best I could with that one. You can see it's not perfect, but I don't really think it has to be. And then we'll just pull the Velcro tab out of here. Pull that down. There we go. Pull that down, fasten it. Try to get it kind of tight so that's not moving around, although this thing is really snug. Feels good, and there we go. One more thing with the headrests here is that your back seat headrest is actually smaller than your front seat headrest. So when you're going to install the slip covers that go over top of these, please make sure that you pay attention to the sizings, because one of these, that guy, is going to be just slightly smaller than the one that goes over top of the front headrest. If you try to put it on, it's not going to go all the way down, and then you'll realize, oops, should have put that guy on. So big headrest, big cover, medium headrest, medium cover, and then here's that little one for the middle of the back seat. Alrighty, so the front seats are done. Now we're going to come around to the back, and I'm going to start with the driver's side passenger seat because it's a little smaller. And then what we'll do is we'll just flip this up, and then the seat that we're going to cover that we're going to install in here just has some clips on it. Looks pretty easy. And I think it's just going to go right around there, and then we can tension these down, and then that should be that. All right, we're all clamped on and strapped in, and this fits like a glove. That looks great on there. Voila, one down. Okay, now we're going to do the back part of this. I think easiest way with these is just kind of flip it. Gives you some accessibility here. And then this one is different than your front seat covers. Because it only has a front and not a back, obviously, because you got plastic on the back there. So you slide it around just like that. And it's very nice that they include a little space for that pull tab for pulling your seat up and down. All right, and now just like the other side, we're gonna do this side. I'm gonna start with the seat again. We'll flip it up first, and then we'll just finagle this thing right on here. I love it when you have a truck or car that looks mostly stock, but then you can look a little deeper and say, oh wait, there's something here that isn't quite factory, but it doesn't necessarily stand out, and it's not an eyesore, and it enhances the look of the vehicle. And I think these seat covers kind of do just that. I'm very appreciative to Kustom Interiors for taking a chance on me. You know, I'm growing my channel slowly, and I'm not trying to be any sort of like YouTube influencer or anything like that. I just like doing this kind of stuff, and so it was really cool of them to reach out and say, hey, why don't you give this a try, tell us what you think. And I think I love them. I think they look great, and they'll help protect my regular seats, and while also giving the truck a really cool aftermarket look. So thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you guys all on the next. Take care.